This is Gilgeori Toast, and in my opinion, it's a perfect sandwich. It's sweet, savory, buttery, and one of Korea's most beloved street foods. Today, I'm going to see if I can take a perfect food and make it even more perfect. Let's get at it. Before we can break the rules, we have to master them. And our journey begins with mastering the classic Gilgeori Toast. This isn't just a sandwich, it's a cultural icon, the ultimate grab-and-go breakfast for busy Seoul commuters. Its genius lies in its simplicity and the perfect balance of texture and flavors. First up, the foundation, the bread. We're using shokupan or Japanese milk bread. It's unbelievably soft and pillowy, with a subtle sweetness that's key to the final product. On the street, vendors often use margarine for its high smoke point and low cost. But since we're at home, we're giving this our first upgrade. High quality butter on a screaming hot griddle. We want to toast this bread until it's golden brown and crispy on the outside, while that interior stays soft and steamy. That contrast is everything. Now for the heart of the sandwich, the egg patty. This is where the magic really happens. It's not just a plain omelet, it's a veggie-packed engine of flavor. We're starting with a massive pile of finely shredded green cabbage. To that, we're adding finely julienne carrots for a bit of sweetness and color, and then some thinly sliced scallions for a mild, oniony bite. Now, a lot of recipes just toss the veggies in with the egg, but here's a pro tip that makes a huge difference. Massage the vegetables with a pinch of salt. This does two things. It seasons them from the inside out, and more importantly, it starts to break them down just slightly, softening the cabbage so it incorporates beautifully into the egg. Into the bowl goes a fresh large egg, and we whisk it all together until it forms a thick, veggie-dense batter. This glorious mixture gets poured directly onto our buttered griddle. We use a couple of spatulas to gently nudge it into a square, about the size of our bread. We'll let it cook for a couple of minutes until the bottom's beautifully golden. Then give it a confident flip. As it cooks, you can smell that cabbage starting to caramelize and sweeten in the butter. It's incredible. While side two is cooking, we add a slice of simple classic white American cheese. And as that starts to melt, we'll griddle a slice of simple canned ham and place it right on top of the cheese, letting it all meld together. Assembly is an art. On one slice of our golden brown toast, we add the non-negotiable quintessential ingredient, a sprinkle of plain white sugar. It sounds weird, I know, but trust me, this is the secret key that unlocks the whole sweet and savory experience. Over the sugar, we transfer our fully loaded egg patty, now gooey with cheese and topped with warm ham. And for the sauce, we're going with the classic combo, regular ketchup and a simple kiwi sauce. To make the kiwi sauce, you just blend fresh kiwi, creamy Kewpie mayo, a touch of honey, a splash of rice vinegar, and a pinch of salt. We crown it with the other slice of toast, give it a gentle press, and just look at that. This is the benchmark. It's already a 10 out of 10. So the question is, did I just peak? Or can we actually improve on a masterpiece? All right, we've paid our respects. Now for the fun part. It's time to introduce this classic to a whole new world of flavor, American barbecue. Our first and most important upgrade is the protein. Goodbye classic canned ham. Hello thick-cut Korean smoked pork belly. This recipe is a monster of its own. Inspired by the legendary Roy Choi, it's applewood smoked, slow roasted, and bathed in an umami-rich marinade until you get this perfectly caramelized, sweet and spicy Korean barbecue masterpiece. The full recipe is linked. You know what to do. After it's smoked, I slice my pork belly into thick half slices and then sear them hard on the griddle until the edges are crispy and the fat is perfectly rendered. You want that bacon-like energy, but with a chewier, more substantial bite and a deep, smoky soul. This isn't just an ingredient swap, it's a fundamental change to the sandwich's DNA. Next up, the sauces. We have two secret weapons. First, we're building on that kiwi sauce to create our first secret weapon, a kiwi-chili barbecue sauce. This starts with a fresh kiwi. Not only does kiwi have a bright, tropical, sweet tart flavor, but it also contains a natural enzyme called actinidin. Here, we're mostly using it for its unique flavor. In a blender goes a peeled kiwi, a generous scoop of rich umami-packed Kewpie mayo, a squeeze of honey for balance, a splash of lime juice for acidity, and a pinch of salt. That's our base. But to make it a true smokehouse sauce, we need some heat. I'm adding a spoonful of gochugaru, Korean chili flakes that bring a vibrant color and a warm, fruity heat. Then to really hammer home that smoky flavor, a dash of smoked paprika. The result is a sauce that's creamy, sweet, tangy, and finishes with a complex smoky warmth. And to replace the classic ketchup, we're creating our own street cart red sauce. We start with ketchup as a base and build onto it with a scoop of gochujang for that signature Korean fermented chili depth. To that, we add a squeeze of honey, a splash of rice vinegar for tang, and a pinch of garlic and onion powders to round it out. A little water to get the perfect consistency if it's too thick. And you have a sauce that's sweet, spicy, and savory. The perfect partner for our kiwi-chili sauce. All right, the components are ready. The smoker did its job. It's time to build the monster. We start the same way, with beautiful milk bread. But to handle these heavier fillings, we're going with a thicker slice of shokupan. They hit a pool of melted butter on the griddle, aiming for that same golden brown crust. But this time, the assembly takes a delicious detour. Instead of sugar, the base of our flavor is that kiwi chili sauce. A generous swipe goes onto both slices of the toasted bread. On the bottom slice, we're sticking with American cheese as an homage to the original. We want that supreme creaminess to melt into everything. On top of the cheese goes our cabbage and egg patty, which gets its own slice of melted American cheese. Because why not? Now for the main event. We layer on our crispy, smoky pork belly slices. We're not being shy here. We want a solid layer of pure, decadent, barbecue-infused pork. But we're not done. We hit the top of that pork belly with a zigzag of our kiwi chili sauce, and for a touch of that classic flavor, a crosshatch of our new street cart red sauce for that sweet and spicy kick. Finally, the crown. The top piece of toast goes on. We give it a firm but gentle press, and look at that. That is a serious sandwich. Now for the moment of truth, the cross section. We slice it diagonally, and you can just see the layers of complexity. The soft bread, the rich sauces, the thick, cheesy egg patty, and that substantial, beautiful layer of smoked pork belly. This is not a snack. This is a full-blown meal. Here we have it, the final showdown. In this corner, the undisputed champion of soul street food, the classic. And in this corner, the smoky, audacious challenger, the Smokehouse. So the big question, did we improve a masterpiece? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. There are two entirely different sandwiches for two different occasions. The classic Korean street toast is perfection. It's the quick, delicious, everyday breakfast you could eat 3 times a week and never get tired of. The Smokehouse version. This is an event. It's indulgent, complex, and over the top in the best way possible. It's what happens when Gilgeori Toast takes a vacation to Texas. Is it better? I don't know. But is it absolutely outrageously delicious? Yes, without a doubt. So I'm leaving the final verdict up to you. Looking at these two, are you Team Classic or are you Team Smokehouse? Let me know which one you'll build in the comments below. This was an incredible amount of fun. Taking a classic street food and giving it a total barbecue makeover. It makes me wonder what else is out there. Take a look at this challenge next and consider joining the Brinner community by subscribing. Later, Gator.